begins.
Welcome to the 7th match of the BK tournament. Today we have Asian Persuasion versus I don't fucking know. My name is Pillbox.
And I'm Desplos.
And we're here to cast this wonderful tournament here for the YouTubies. Look at these bands. I like them. Just banning the Poke and the all-powerful Catherine with a quick Gwen pick out of Team A.
I am kind of surprised to see that Kestrel band coming out, though. Once again, we've seen that band a couple times now. Last time we saw that, did we see that in game 6, or was that one of the first games you saw?
That was game 4. That was game 4. Kestrel is a well-known hero within BK as being just overall destructive. Being able to invade that early jungle when you don't have your minion miner and just having that splash damage towards she's when she gets this nerf, it may change her stance.
Yeah, this patch though, we are seeing that crystal threat coming out of here a lot more often. It used to be the weapon threat, but it's that crystal that's been
with no defense. With no defense. Which is alright. A Lance pick out of Shadow the Shade to counter that Ringo.
I'm hoping we see a Sky here. I love to see the Sky, and we do.
Is this going to be another CP Gwen?
I'd almost hope so, because if this is a Crystal Sky going up against an Arden, that Arden's defense where he heals for the percentage of the damage he takes is going to really make it hard for that Sky to kill him, to finish him off with her A, because his heal will just keep healing over top of it.
And a Taka. I like it. Lots of vision early is going to be helpful, but I want to see some recharge, some ability recharge, not energy recharge. I want to see some cooldown on this Gwen so she can be popping that A if she is going Crystal. Looks like she's going to go Weapon now.
It'll be really interesting to see. I would love to see a Crystal Gwen and a Weapon Sky, but I do know that Weapon Gwen has been the bigger threat versus the Crystal, who has the poke, but not, always... I'm going to say Sky's in jungle here, and I'm going to throw it up to Ringo here. He counters both of them very hard if either one of them to go against him in lane. And it looks like Gwen's going to lane. Yeah, absolutely. And that Sky did end up going Crystal. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens here. This will be a really good match, I think.
I like this a lot, because if they try and dive these two, they're going to have a lot of problems. Stuns coming out, roots coming out, the kite coming out. They have lots of utility here for these fights. So we're getting into the first jungles here, clearing these backs. Real nice.
It's really interesting to see that those farms, though, that Taka, sometimes can have a slow farm in that early game, but it looks like he's doing just fine.
Now, these two items, the two items coming out of the shop, it's making these heroes much more viable. That would need that couple minutes to warm up. That were susceptible to invades. They are not so much anymore because they get that defense item if they need.
Yeah, and it makes it a little bit easier for them to get that early farm going without so much help from their roam in that jungle.
Very true.
Looks like that Ringo's been taking a lot of pokes from that Gwen. She must just be A-ing him as often as she can, making his health stay low, making him stay away from the minions.
He's got a nice ball of farm here. He is safely farming. Looks like Taka is away.
Yeah, and I kind of like what the Ringo's positioned right now. He's low health, he's under his turret. That Gwen's still coming in for those pokes, overextending a little bit. She is in a little bit of trouble, but that Lance is going to be able to keep her safe. She knows she can overextend as much as she wants there. And that Ringo is farming under his turret well, but he's a little bit pushed. Still getting that poke from that Gwen. If he takes a couple more A's, because Gwen does have enough energy, she can come in there and she can A him a couple more times, and it looks like he will go home. He knows that he has to fear that slow.
And here comes this Taka. Full health, level 3. Full ahead.
Here he goes. With the Arden vanguarding him, boosting him, giving him that little health boost, but they can't quite secure the kill. Now the Sky coming in, rocketing in. Can she chase down that that Arden? But she can't, because he's all those minions in the way. That Sky's A, they really block. She can have a lot of trouble in the lane sometimes in those team fights when those minions block her forward barrage. I don't think she knew that the Arden was right there. She might have gotten able to get a little bit of damage on him. But now she's just going to go ahead and clear up some of that lane for the Gwen.
In that engagement, that farm is still getting got by this Ringo, and he has an opportunity here with a candy to... Did I see a candy? Someone's getting... Why? I can't see it.
Yeah, it is interesting to note that Ringo is ahead in farm of the Gwen fairly significantly. He's been able to farm under that turret very well, even when he was under pressure.
He just cleared those 2 waves with no contest. Here she comes. She's going to clear this wave. She's going to catch right back up to that Ringo. It's going to be a little back and forth here. They're both doing very well. Got a nice little pattern that they have for each wave.
Yeah,
making sure to get those last hits.
It's really good to see him. You know, Gwen is definitely using her empowered shot to make sure she gets those strong hits. You can see both of them when they farm, often going for the back minions and not the closest one getting hit by the minions. It's very fun to watch. We might have another engage here. It looks like the Sky coming in to watch. Ringo putting some damage down on the Gwen, but getting impaled, and Sky finishing him off, overextending just that little bit. That Lance landing those crucial impales, just setting up that fight.
And here we have that push down past their mustache. Gonna clear their mid, or at least contest it. That Ringo, he started to do the kill and crit, kill and minion
and it looks like
crit
that,
a hero.
It looks like that Taka getting caught out a little bit on the wrong side. Sky with that chase, is she going to be able to finish him off? It looks like they will, and not. He didn't get back to his minion miner and safety. Once again, that impale being landed by that Lance, so crucial. If the Lance can't land his impales, it makes it very hard for his team to capitalize. Now that Arden might be getting cut out too, but no, it looks like he'll be able to retreat safely back to his minion miner. Wow, what a fight right there. Great
Super
job.
well coming down just to clear that vision.
Absolutely.
Some good awareness.
The team's working very well together.
That out. Yes.
Taka, unfortunately, just got caught out a little bit. Thought he might be able to escape into the enemy jungle, but it looks like they've got that vision. They know that Taka is going to be using his ability to his advantage, and they're just keeping that vision out so that he can't stealth and get away.
So pretty even still here in farm. Ringo's pulling a little bit ahead here with the clear, so he could stay. He could grab 1 or 2 minions to jump ahead and try and pressure.
That impale missing. But it looks like that Gwen's slow. Yeah. Even though Lance missed that impale, he did force the Ringo to come back towards the Gwen a little bit. She was able to keep those slows, keep those buckshots going.
Dull is looking awfully sharp against this Ringo here.
Absolutely. Taka going in for the Gwen, but he's not able to land it. Sky keeping him at bay. She won't be able to chase him under the turret, it looks like. But it looks like she's kind of hanging out, waiting to see, popping some vision. And it looks like that Taka is... Oh, yeah, she's not going to come back. The Ringo's coming back full health, get his farm. Sky trying to land a bit of damage, but it looks like she's not going to be able to get as close as she wants. Those minions, once again, being in the way of the 4th barrage.
Sky, going for that early Frostburn? Yeah? No?
I love to see
going for
Shatterglass, but she's going straight damage.
She went straight Shatterglass. With boots, she's going to be even more mobile. But we do have Sorrowblade and... Oh, there's so much damage over there coming out of these two. Especially with the crown on the Taka and the Pierce. He has a Pierce for this little bit of armor that they have going on the Sky. So that is definitely for her, and she is in trouble now.
Yeah, and Gwen,
she has that damage, but she's not going to have the kite as well.
Gwen doesn't know she's got that vision up there on the enemy team. She can't safely stay up in that bush. We saw her go into that bush a couple times right there. But it is interesting to note, and I think you might be able to just tell from the skill level of both these laners, these guys are both vainglorious. These guys are really getting their farm on. That Gwen is obviously able to capitalize off that Ringo, countering him very well with her slow and with that Lance backing her up. Are not able to vanguard him out of all that danger yet quite as much as he would like.
Pushing into that bush with no vision. They waited for the minions to back up and then pushed into that mustache, and now they get a little surprise on them to put down some damage.
Absolutely. They waited for the minions to push. The minions couldn't see him push over. Very good call there, Pill. With that impale being landed on the Arden, jumps out of the way onto the Ringo, but he is still chased down. Turret taking out the Lance, Ringo taking out the Sky, Gwen trying to fight back to save something, trying to retreat, but the Taka's going to come, and there's no way she's escaping that. Fireball, burning her dead body. That was a great win by the red team right there. Good way to come out victorious.
A misplay, I think, getting caught with those quick shots from the Ringo. They did not expect him to come in so fiercely.
Yeah, I think they really wanted to push under for that Arden kill. But
and look at this solo here down at the gold mine. We got some pressure on the turret, but this is wow.
That it looks like the Sky tried to chase that Ringo down. Does land her death from above, but she just stayed too long, and that Ringo was able to hurt her just as much as he wanted to. And it looks like that Gwen couldn't chase down the Arden, but I believe she did get that kill on the Ringo.
Now, here at the 8-minute mark, she has a Sorrow Husk and tier 2 weapon power speed, or weapon attack speed, plus a Sorrow's Blade. She is quite formidable right now, and they should need to be very careful of her.
Now, I beg your pardon, Paul. I'm having trouble looking at her build. Does she have a Sorrow Blade and a Sorrow Husk?
Yes.
I don't know why she'd be running that. Do you think she's running that to try to help counter a Fountain, or do you think she's running that to try to help counter Taka's Kaku?
Probably the Taka. It's probably built more for the Taka, because she doesn't have a reflex block.
Oh, here we go. The Gauntlet coming down, getting 2 of the enemy caught in it, but it looks like that Lance is going to keep him at bay. Taka coming onto that Sky. Oh, she keeps him at bay with that forward barrage. Lance stunning the enemy into the wall. And they chase him all down. That Gwen securing every single kill, keeping that Sky safe. It looked like that Taka was diving that Sky hard, and that Lance being that frontliner, knocking the enemy team into the walls. Great job by the blue team.
Taka was definitely trying to capitalize on his Pierce for that Sky, because he had the option to dive the Gwen as well, and chose to go for the Sky, and he may have had an easier time dodging the A ability and the B from Sky than dodging the straight up shots coming out of Gwen. That Sorrow Husk, I thought it was going to pop. She got so low, and she knew that she still had it. Gave her the confidence to just stand there and fire away.
It was a great job. And now the Taka coming into shop doesn't know there's a mine. They see him. Are they going to engage on it? They do have a 2v1. Taka's going to come in very strong, trying to get that Sky. A missed Lance. He's come back around, hanging out in their bush. That Taka, very confident right now. Gwen getting ulted by the Ringo. Doesn't have the damage it needs, but the Ringo was able to take out the turret, I think, down there, while the Taka was kind of messing around with the Sky and the Lance.
We got a pretty even gold here. Actually, it's dead even. Even with 4 kills going to Team A. All of them pretty much for Gwen here. She is really putting down the damage on this team. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, I've also really noticed that, Phil. I've really noticed that Gwen has really been stutter stepping extremely well, waiting till her empowered attack comes up. Gwen is very fun to stutter step doing that, because you actually have a visual and an audio cue of when your next empowered shot is up, so you can really make use of that and have a very clean stutter step.
You have to have a sharp ear for that. You need to be ready for that. You can't be listening to music in the background, nothing like that, because Samuel has the same thing, and it's so subtle, but it makes it easier if you don't have to watch it.
You have to really know what you're doing. There's a defensive gauntlet by the Arden. Wasn't offensive. They didn't engage, but it kept the blue team from engaging there. I don't know if they would have been able to secure a kill there or not, though. What do you think, Bill?
Under this turret, I definitely, with the defensive items coming out on them, they would have been fine to engage that, I believe.
Yeah, that gauntlet seemed a little bit, maybe the Taka was going to try to come up from the bottom and get one of them in it, but it looked like it just didn't come to fruition quite as well as they thought it did. Maybe they knew something there I didn't, but it looked like they were safe.
And now we have, looks like an Eve coming out for Sky, and we have Tier 2 armor coming out in conjunction with that Sorrow Husk on Dull. and he is putting in work and showing a display of dominance here in this lane.
Now, and we do have an engage here at a very fun angle. They're chasing the Arden, and now the camera's off, but it looks like the Arden was not able to escape. The camera looks like it's jumping around a little bit between a few places. And I don't think they're going to be able to put any damage on that turret. Looks like they're hanging out, maybe trying to get another kill, but I don't think they're going to be able to with this turret so easy for them to retreat to. And no, it looks like Ringo is going to destroy that Sky, and it looks like that Taka almost getting crushed by that Gwen, but he's going to be coming back in, got a little bit of health from his Kaku. Ringo finishing off the Gwen, and wow, and then they were hanging out. The blue team hung out there looking for something, and they just got caught out heavy. That Sky going down first, then the Gwen, and finally going for the Roam. That was a great job by the Ringo and the Taka.
The angle we were at, it was a little funny there, but it seemed that the Sky didn't connect with anything on that A, but kept it running and walked it right into the bush, and that's where her mistake was made, because she was still in her A while she was being Kaku'd, and she had no time to put down a auto attack so she could boot away in a certain direction.
Yeah, and the thing is, those were very small mistakes, but the thing is, these teams are able to capitalize heavily on small mistakes because of their skill level. I mean, the stutter stepping from that Ringo alone was incredible right there, just laying out tons of hits. It was a very, very good fight on both teams' sides, but coming out on the red team.
I have this just in. This is a Tension Shock crowned Taka. That must be how he's doing that. Yeah, and that's how he's farming so fast as well. Because I don't know if you noticed, but after they secured that triple, the Taka went down and he got that minion miner solo very quickly. Wow. Yeah, that's that crown doing work. That was his first item. We saw him solo that gold mine. Pretty much under their noses. Did it in about 25 seconds. Totally enough time to go unnoticed.
Yeah, and we might have another engage there. Bush being flared. Both teams got vision. Red team popping some of the vision coming out of this blue team. Sky trying to get some damage down on that Arden. Isn't able to. He kites just out of it. It does not look like she has that Frostburn, which can help her land some of the damage. It looks like instead she's going to try to build into a broken myth. And we've got an ult coming out of the Ringo, but he gets impaled. It does land on the Gwen. Taka tries to chase her down, isn't able to, but the Arden, he does get that stun. The Gauntlet coming down, chasing down. It looks like they will be able to secure the kill on the Sky, chase down the Lance, and that's another triple kill for the red team if they're able to secure it. Ringo trying to get as slow. Does he have enough energy to do it? He does not. And it looks like the Lance may escape unless Taka could come in underneath the turret.
That mine exposed him. He was going to do it. He's going to get it. That tension shot.
Lance was safe, should have gone home, gotten that extra health, but he decided to come back. A lot of times against teams that are these strong who can dive these turrets, you really do need to know when you need to retreat and get that full health. Once again, all 20/20 hindsight, but
I don't know if Taka ran back because he was exposed by the mine or because he was waiting for his tension bow to proc.
I think he didn't want to go too far.
If that's what he did, that's great awareness.
Yeah, I think he was kind of getting a little bit away from that turret because the turret could have gotten vision on him.
There was a mine. Was that their mine? Yeah, there was a mine, and he stepped on the mine and exposed him, so he backed up, and he procced, and then went and dove him, because he had so much more health than him, it wouldn't have bothered him. And he had his Arden there.
That was
his Lance.
That was a very fast Kraken right there, too. Just being able to burst that down with the Ringo and the Taka using that Storm Crown. The A from the Sky not landing, she cancels it. They're putting some heavy damage down on the Lance. The Gauntlet coming out, getting both the Gwen and the Lance. Huge damage coming out. Gwen might burn to death. She tries to reflex block a little bit of the damage off. She might escape. It looks like she will. The burn not killing her. Turret is going to go down. Gwen comes back with a little bit of health left. Lance is already down a lot. Red team isn't too heavily damaged, going for that Sky. Arden eating a lot of damage from that Sky's forward barrage. It looks like the Taka is going to go down to the Lance. Got a little bit too close under the turrets. That Sky putting down heavy damage as much as she can, but she goes down to the Ringo and the Arden. Ringo and the Arden turning around on that lands. Will he be able to escape? He cannot. Another turret goes down. They're going to take down this turret with the Kraken, but that Gwen, she's going to try to get that Ringo. Can't do it. And that turret...
Triple kill!
Down, and that is the game, folks. That is the game. That Ringo bursting down all those enemies.
That was fantastic. Wow, that was fantastic.
That was intense.
Great calling. You were on every step of that.
Oh my gosh, it is just so fun to watch. It's so hard to keep up with these players as they're doing all these things. They are so good, so fast. Pill, would you please call out these builds? I need a breath.
All right, so we talked yesterday about these. Remember about your first tier 3 weapon item, and you buy that first. That's the very first thing you buy out of the gate. You know, you put everything into it. All your gold goes into that. If you buy the wrong one, you are in a lot of trouble. And I think this is what happened to the Sky here. The crystal damage over the slow, it did not pay off in any of these fights. And I know she overdrove her A, so she was hoping to land those and get a lot of that damage down. But the no shields on this Team B tells me that none of those were landing for very long, if at all. So she wasn't able to get the next item which she bought, which was the Eve. So if she's not landing the damage, she's not getting the recharge, and you're left with 1 kill and 5 deaths in the jungle. Hard carry from the Gwen, and it showed. She had a little trouble in the Kite. As we saw, they had a great chase. And that is from the tier 3 boots on this Ringo early, along with that weapon attack speed. And tier 2 boots on the Arden, even though he's still got 2 open slots. They were pushing because they knew that they were out mobile, and we only have tier 2 boots on the Gwen and on the Sky. So I think they surpassed them in mobility, even though they were outplayed in mobility for most of the match.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that call on the Sky. And, once again, hindsight is easy to call for us casters.
Absolutely.
But, going for that Frostburn, you lose a little bit of crystal power. Not a ton. You lose that little bit of crystal power, but you're able to keep your enemy in your forward barrage and do more damage over time. But if you only have that Shatter Glass and not the slow, they can escape a lot of times. And sometimes on a Sky, especially when you go weapon, you can counter that if you get boots. But I'm talking like tier 3 boots where you can sprint every 12 seconds. It helps it so you can keep on your enemy. But that Frostburn, I think, would have done a lot to help her keep her enemies off her and to keep her damage on target.
All right, so that is Game 7, I Don't Fucking Know versus Asian Persuasion. Asian Persuasion taking the game, and we are on to the next match. Thanks for watching, guys.